There's a few things that come up around Ayurveda uh, frequently these days, and so I wanted to talk about them. One of them is having fruit with other food. Some people say, go ahead. Some people say, you have to cook it or you have to stew it. And some people say, don't do that. So at Hale, we suggest not doing that. And here's why. Because the fruit digests very quickly and the other food goes more slowly. And it's really a matter of, am I going to cause some disturbance in the digestive tract? And since we're primarily treating people who have some difficulties, then we suggest that you not do that. Now, there are no rigid rules in Ayurveda. It's really just a matter of taking a look at cause and effect, seeing what works, and then each of us has the freedom to choose what's going to work best for them. And so when someone is having difficulties, we certainly don't want them doing things that are causing more difficulties. And we want to eliminate everything that could be causing a difficulty so that an individual can then experience themselves at the very best. And that's what we want for you. So this is why we suggest that you not combine fruit with other food. Now, dates are the exception. They can do well with other foods in a moderate amount, moderate to small amount, I would say. Then when you think, okay, well, what if I put raisins in my porridge? And I would say, a little bit of an insult, meaning an insult to your digestion. How important is it to you? And it might be important enough that you go ahead and do it. But if you're having big problems, don't do that. And then later on, when things are all cleaned up and you're feeling great, then you can decide if it's something you want to do. Now, when your digestive tract has a little insult, or there's some kind of imbalance that's created, if it's small enough and your system is strong enough and in good enough condition, then you'll recover in about 24 hours. But the thing is that when you start having things like a little gas, a little bit of bloating, just a little bit of constipation, and those kinds of things, when those things carry on, you're not recovering completely. And what I mean by having symptoms are things like constipation and diarrhea and gas and bloating that eventually leads to things like IBS and colitis and Crohn's disease and diverticulitis, all of the diseases of the digestive tract, which then eventually contribute to the other diseases that we experience. And it would also be symptoms that you get with your menstrual cycle, or symptoms that people are experiencing with menopause, or just feeling tired all the time. Those are the kinds of symptoms that come when we insult our digestion. And so now you're starting to contribute to the disease process. So that's what I wanted to do, was just to talk a little bit about the choices that we have, the tremendous freedom that we have with Ayurveda, truly the science of living.